Stop eating microplastics. The 6 hidden sources, easy fixes for 60 plus. If you're over 60, you're unknowingly eating microplastics every single day, and these tiny particles are quietly building up in your body, affecting your heart, your brain, and your immune system. But here's the good news. Today, I'm going to show you the 6 hidden sources of microplastics in your daily routine, and give you simple, practical fixes that you can start using right now to protect your health. No complicated changes, no expensive solutions, just common sense adjustments that work. The number one hidden source of microplastics that most people over 60 consume every single day without realizing it is your morning coffee or tea in a paper cup with a plastic lid. You might think paper cups are safe, but here's the truth. Most disposable coffee cups are lined with a thin plastic coating on the inside to prevent leaks. When you pour hot coffee or hot tea into that cup, the heat causes microplastics to break down and leak directly into your drink. And that plastic lid on top? It is doing the same thing. Studies show that a single cup of hot beverage in a lined paper cup can release billions of microplastic particles into your drink. Now, if you're drinking coffee or tea from these cups every day, think about how many microplastics you're consuming over a week, a month, or a year. This adds up fast. Before we continue, I would love to know where you're watching this video from. Please take a moment to comment below with your city and country. It helps me understand my audience better and create content that serves you best. So what is the solution? The fix is simple. Start using a stainless steel or glass travel mug for your coffee and tea. These materials do not leach any chemicals or plastics into your beverages, even when they are piping hot. If you enjoy going to coffee shops, bring your own mug and ask them to fill it instead of using their disposable cups. Most cafes are happy to do this, and some even give you a small discount. This one change alone can eliminate billions of microplastic particles from entering your body every year. The second hidden source is plastic water bottles. I know many of you might think bottled water is clean and safe, but the reality is quite different. Plastic water bottles, especially when they are exposed to heat, like sitting in your car or stored in a warm garage, release microplastics into the water inside. Even if the bottle has never been opened, those microplastics are there. And here is what makes it worse. When you drink from a plastic bottle, every time you squeeze it or open and close the cap, tiny particles break off and end up in your water. A recent study found that a single liter of bottled water can contain hundreds of thousands of microplastic particles. That is shocking when you think about it. The better option is to invest in a high-quality stainless steel or glass water bottle and fill it with filtered water from home. You can use a simple water filter pitcher or install a filter on your kitchen faucet. This way, you're getting clean water without the microplastics. And if you are worried about the safety of tap water, a good carbon filter or reverse osmosis system can remove most contaminants while still being much safer than plastic bottles. This change not only protects your health, but also saves you money and reduces plastic waste. The third hidden source might surprise you because it is something you probably use every single day. That is tea bags. Yes, those convenient little bags that make your daily cup of tea so easy. Many modern tea bags are not made from paper anymore. They are made from food-grade plastic that looks like paper, but is actually a type of plastic called polypropylene. When you steep these plastic tea bags in hot water, studies show they can release billions of microplastic particles into your tea. This is especially concerning because tea is something many people drink multiple times per day, thinking it is a healthy habit. And it is healthy, but not when it comes with a side of microplastics. The easy fix here is to switch to loose leaf tea. Buy organic loose leaf tea and use a stainless steel tea infuser or strainer. This eliminates the plastic completely and actually gives you better quality tea with more flavor and more health benefits. If you prefer the convenience of tea bags, look for brands that specifically say plastic-free or use paper tea bags without any plastic coating or staples. Some brands now make fully biodegradable tea bags from natural plant fibers. Just read the packaging carefully to make sure you're getting the real thing. The fourth hidden source is microwave-safe plastic containers. You might have been told that plastic containers labeled microwave safe are perfectly fine to heat your food in. Unfortunately, that is not the full story. While these containers may not melt or warp in the microwave, they still release microplastics into your food when heated. The label microwave safe only means the plastic will not melt, not that it will not leach chemicals or microplastics. This is especially problematic for people over 60 because many of us rely on convenient microwavable meals or use plastic containers to reheat leftovers. Every time you heat food in plastic, those particles break down and migrate into your meal. The solution is to stop microwaving food in plastic containers entirely. Instead, use glass or ceramic containers for storing and reheating your food. Glass food storage containers with snap-on lids are affordable, easy to find, and much safer. When you reheat food, transfer it to a glass or ceramic plate or bowl before putting it in the microwave. You can also use the oven or stovetop to reheat meals, which gives you more control over the temperature and often tastes better anyway. This simple change can dramatically reduce your microplastic exposure. The fifth hidden source is canned foods with plastic linings. Most people do not realize that the inside of metal cans, like canned soups, canned vegetables, canned beans, and canned tomatoes, are lined with a plastic coating. This plastic lining prevents the metal from rusting and keeps the food fresh, but it also leaches chemicals and microplastics into the food, especially acidic foods like tomatoes. Over time, eating canned foods regularly can expose you to significant amounts of microplastics and other harmful chemicals like BPA, which has been linked to hormone disruption and other health problems. The better option is to buy fresh or frozen vegetables and cook them yourself. Fresh is always best, but frozen vegetables are a close second because they are picked and frozen at peak ripeness without any plastic lining. If you do buy canned goods, look for brands that specifically say BPA-free and use glass jars instead of cans whenever possible. Glass jars do not have any plastic lining and keep food fresh without any chemical contamination. Yes, it might take a little more effort to prepare fresh or frozen foods, but your body will thank you for it. The sixth and final hidden source is non-stick cookware. Non-stick pans and pots are convenient because food does not stick and cleanup is easy. But most non-stick coatings are made from a type of plastic called PTFE, also known as Teflon. When these pans are heated, especially at high temperatures, or if the coating is scratched or damaged, they release microplastics and toxic chemicals into your food. Studies have found that cooking with damaged non-stick cookware can significantly increase your exposure to harmful substances that accumulate in your body over time. The safest alternative is to switch to stainless steel, cast iron, or ceramic cookware. These materials are completely safe, do not release any chemicals or microplastics, and they last a lifetime if you take care of them properly. Stainless steel is great for most cooking. Cast iron is perfect for high heat cooking and adds a small amount of iron to your food, which is beneficial. And ceramic is a good non-stick alternative without the plastic. Yes, food might stick a little more than with non-stick pans, but with a little oil or butter and proper heat control, you will get great results without the health risks. Now, let me share some additional tips to reduce microplastics in your daily life. First, avoid heating any food or drinks in plastic containers or with plastic wrap. Heat is the main factor that causes plastics to break down and release particles. Second, replace plastic cutting boards with wood or bamboo cutting boards. Plastic cutting boards shed microplastics every time you cut on them, especially as they get older and more scratched. Third, choose natural fiber clothing like cotton, wool, or linen instead of synthetic fabrics like polyester or nylon. Synthetic clothing sheds microplastic fibers every time you wash them, and those fibers end up in the water supply. Fourth, use bar soap instead of liquid soap in plastic bottles. Bar soap comes in paper or cardboard packaging and lasts longer. Fifth, avoid single-use plastics like plastic bags, plastic utensils, and plastic straws. Bring your own reusable shopping bags and utensils when you go out. And finally, choose products with minimal plastic packaging whenever possible. Buy in bulk, shop at farmers markets, and support companies that use glass, metal, or paper packaging. Everything I shared today is for educational purposes only. This information is not intended to diagnose, treat, or cure any disease. Please consult with your healthcare provider before making any changes to your diet or adding new ingredients to your routine, especially if you are taking medications or have any health conditions. I hope this video opened your eyes to the hidden sources of microplastics in your everyday life and gave you practical solutions you can start using today. Remember, you do not have to make all these changes at once. Start with 1 or 2 swaps that feel easiest for you and gradually work your way through the list. Every small change you make reduces your exposure and protects your health. If you found this information helpful, please give this video a thumbs up and share it with your friends and family who might benefit. And do not forget to leave a comment below telling me which of these tips you're going to try first. I rate every comment and love hearing from you. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video where we'll talk about more ways to protect your health naturally. Take care.